Over the weekend, a friend of mine landed in Ottawa, and I'm so pissed off right now. Why am I pissed off? I'm so pissed off right now because she went to book for an Airbnb as high as $84 per night. She paid for 2 weeks outright. Guys, you know what that costs? That's over $1,000+ because for a month it could cost as high as $2,500 when she could have called and asked for information, get some things. Like, if she had gone on Facebook Marketplace, should have gotten a room, a shared room in an apartment for just $500 or $600. The max you can get in Ottawa for a shared room in a flat is $700, and that is if that house is too expensive. Sometimes you guys need to ask questions. Like, you need to ask questions. For me, I believe when people make YouTube videos like this, you should take note of videos like this. Fine, for now this video might not be useful for you, but pay attention and watch the video because sometime in the future it will come handy. You know how much she has wasted. Anyways, I told her to contact the Airbnb and cancel like just cancel all the rest of the bookings, and let's see if we can go ahead to get her a place on Facebook Marketplace. And we're already working on that. We actually saw a room, just that where the room is, she said she doesn't really like that place, but I told her it's okay, let's go ahead and pay for 1 month there first, and then next month we can go ahead to get another location. So where we got now is for $520. Let's go into this business now.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to another video. Okay, so like I was saying earlier on, there are certain things you should know, right? There are certain things you should know before you move to Canada. You don't just wake up one morning, get your visa, get your flight, and start coming to Canada. No, you should know certain things, because you knowing certain things is going to save you money, it's going to save you time, it's going to save you headache, it's going to save you regret, it's going to save you high dine on, just like my friend. Okay, so talking about accommodation when you are arriving in Canada. See, everybody, I don't come Canada to come sell beans, so I don't come Canada to come sell car. I mean, we all look for means of like saving up. We all look for means of like cutting out costs. Why would you go to pay for an Airbnb for $84 per night when you can get a room in a shared apartment for $500, $600, $700 at the max? And at the max is because probably it's a very brand new building, or because the room is extremely big, or there might be like 1 or 2 reasons for which that house is collecting $700. But normally it's supposed to be $600 or $500. Like I said in my other video, if you have not watched that video, this is the thumbnail of what that video looks like. So I was explaining in that video that the room I got when I came to Canada newly, it was for $600, and that $600 was because it was a very big room. It's not a new building like 2023, 2024 building. Like, it's a little bit old, but it was well furnished, and I was using every of the utilities of that lady. The only thing that she did not allow me to use was her spot, and every other thing. But the Wi-Fi, snow remover, and all of that was included for $600. Please, when you're coming to Canada, make proper plans for provision before coming. Okay, look for a place where you can lie low while you strategize, while you set out plans on how to get your own house, while you strategize on plans on how to get a house for your own family, especially if you are coming alone. Even if you are coming with your family, look for a little place that you can pay for 1 month. I will not even advise for you to stay in an hotel. I would not advise you to stay in the hotel. Hotel is completely out of the way. Who stays in hotel these days? Okay, fine. Airbnb is there. I still would not encourage or advise you to go for an Airbnb because it's expensive. So my friend, I got in Ottawa for $84. Like, as I think about it, as I'm calculating it in my head, is spark. She really actually doesn't really know the value of what she's paying now until after she has stayed in Canada for like 3-4 months, or she gets a job, hopefully by God's grace. So let's please put her in prayers in the comment section that as God made it possible that her visa was approved, that she will also get a company job. And for you who is also hoping for your visa or your study visa, work permit, PR, or whatever visa type to be approved, I hope that as you're watching this video, as everyone is praying for you in the comment section, you're going to get your visas approved as well. All right, so accommodation is very, very important. Okay, so when you're coming to Canada, make sure that you have a little plan to get that little apartment. It's very easy. You don't need anybody to help you, like you guys normally ask me in the comment section. It's easy peasy. Go on to Facebook Marketplace, just type 1 room. Okay, so you're going to discuss with the house owner and tell the house owner how many number of people is going to live in that room. If you're coming with your family, tell the house owner that I will be staying with my family for just 1 month. This is because it will give me time to go and discuss with the estate agent, and then I need to go for viewing for the house, and then, you know, before I will do lots of documentation and all of that, 1 month will be gone. If they can agree for you for 2 weeks, it's also fine, but 1 month is your best bet, and thereafter you can have enough time to look for your own house. And if you're coming alone, like you are not coming with your family, better off for you. They will accept you easily and quickly. Just that some people might ask you to pay like a deposit, a security deposit, you know, because they don't want people coming to their house and stealing their things and running away and all of that. So they might ask for your passport copy, and they might ask you to pay like 2 months rent. So you paying that 2 months rent is like 1 month is for the current month, and then the second 500 will be when you are leaving and you don't spoil anything in the person's house. The person will give you back your money. Okay, so if you are new in Canada, or if you plan to come in to Canada, please, you should know this and get this sorted out. So it's Facebook, like Facebook Marketplace. Go there and type it, and then you see several pictures of houses. Depend on the type you want. If you want a one bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, but no house agent is going to give you a house on Facebook Marketplace. They will demand you arrive Canada first, but you getting a single room in a shared flat is your best bet. All right, let's talk about transportation. I want you to know that when you arrive here in Canada, for the first few weeks you are here in Canada, you basically do not need a car, because the transportation system here in Canada is very good as far as I'm concerned. Most people might say transportation in Canada is quite slow and it's not regular. Like sometimes buses might run a bit late. If buses will run a bit late, you yourself, you should be proactive enough to put in some extra time for logistics, put in some extra time to say, okay, it will take me 5 minutes to walk to the bus stop. What if the bus comes earlier? What if the bus comes late? You know, put like 20-25 minutes. Just know how you package yourself. The bus system is very, very nice, and also it is very cheap. I said it in one of my other videos. Like, if you use a bus transit system here in Canada for international students, the blue bus pass, it costs you only $56 with tax inclusive to get your bus card, and with $56 you can go anywhere in a particular community in Canada where you find yourself. But if you are not a student and you buy the regular bus card, it will cost you just $78, and with $78 you can move anywhere within that province you in Canada with that $78. If you insist that you want to move around with taxi, oh boy, get ready. You go spend money. If you want to do taxis, if you want to do Uber, you want to move around like that, especially on your first month of coming here, it's going to cost you a lot. Yes, fine, I know lots of you came with your driver's license, a domestic and international driver's license, but of course, come on, you don't expect to arrive Canada today and get a car today, unless probably you have families here already who did some purchase for you and actually got you a car on ground before you arrive. Then that would be a different case. That would be a different scenario. But if you don't have a family member or someone who is going to get you a car on before you arrive here in Canada, I would advise, once you arrive, just jelly quietly, quickly go and buy that bus card. Okay, if you came in as a student, go buy that bus card. It's just $56. And if you're not a student, you're on visitor's visa, your work permit, your PR, just go and get that bus card for $78. And while you are using the bus card, you can go ahead to go look for a car of your choice that you want to buy. So transportation here is smooth, easy, and it's sweet. Also, traffic is usually not much, except for a few times where they have like road construction or there's an accident and then the police block the way and people need to go round and buses need to go round and all of that. Then there could be some kind of like traffic and holdups. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is the cards. Okay, so credit cards and debit cards. See, here we barely use cash. I can't remember the last time I saw cash. Like, fine, I know what $5 looks like, I know what $50 looks like, I know what $100 look like, guys. But you see those coins, $1, $2, 50 cents. Like, till now I really do not know how to differentiate between those coins, because here it's basically cashless. It's basic cashless. So people deal with their credit cards, people deal with their debit card. Once you want to make payments, when you want to make transfer, at the worst, people do interact. So there's something nice I like about this credit card. Do you know the phone I'm currently using? I bought this phone for just $0. Okay, so you just need to build a good credit score. So what's a good credit score? A good credit score is like you arrive in Canada, you open your bank account, and after you open your bank account, they'll ask you, would you like to get a credit card? I said no when I came because no one told me. But I'm telling you now. So when you go, they will ask you, do you want to get a credit card? Say yes, you want a credit card, all right? So when you get a credit card, what you need to do is whenever you want to make purchases, whenever you want to buy something, go ahead and use your credit card to make a purchase, use your credit card to buy something. And then before the end of a month, like a week before the end of the month, you receive a statement that will tell you the payment due dates of all the expenses you've made on that particular credit card and where you need to go make the payment, and of course you know the amount of money that will be in that credit card. So just ensure you don't spend more than 10%. Some people go ahead to use like 30%, but for me to play safe, I prefer using like 10% of my credit card. Then whenever you get payment from job or whatever you just happen to get payment, you can now transfer money into your credit card and make the payment. So that way you are building your credit score. So you need to get a credit score of minimum of about 700, and then you will be entitled to certain benefits. Okay, so I actually got an issue with my old Nokia phone. Like, it fell down and smashed, and I was so upset. I went to Apple office and I told them I wanted to buy a phone, but I don't have any money. I mean, like, not even $1, not even $1, not even a cent. And then they were like, okay, fine. They're going to check my credit history. And then they asked for all of my details and I gave them. And they asked for my visa. I also showed them my visa. And after everything, they said, yes, I'm qualified. My credit histories has showed that I've been borrowing money and I have been paying back. Yes, I have been paying back. So it means I had a good record. And I got an iPhone 14. I got an iPhone 14 for free, and I was taxed $2,200, and the amount was spread over for 2 years, and I will be paying like $93 every month. So that is just one. You can also go ahead to get a house if you want. You can also go ahead to get a car. So one of my colleagues in my class, I don't want to call his name because he might be watching this video right now. So he actually got a car. It's a 2024 model, and he got a car for 34,000 Canadian dollars, and it has been spread for him, and he's paying $300 monthly. So it's just like you get your salary from where you work, and then you use like $300 to pay off for driving the car. So you see that this credit card of a thing, like, it comes in really very handy, just as well as the debit card comes in handy, because the debit card is a good place to save all of your money, and you can pay directly, make outright payment with it if you do not want to use your credit card. All right, so another thing you should know is about schooling. All right. So schooling here in Canada is quite nice. Like the ways the mode of teaching here is quite different because here they teach using experience. Here they teach allowing you to use your how I don't know how to put it. They give you time to analyze things in your own way and give your own description. They don't force you to learn. You have the options to say, I don't want to learn. But of course, you should want to learn because no one is forcing you and no one is flogging you like the way we do back home in our country where you flog here. No, they don't do that. So here, you are given that respect that it is your right, it is your decision to choose if you want to study or if you want to study. And they try to like make it friendly. So education is free for kids until they are done with secondary school. But when we say free, there's a little clause because for my son, when he got into school, he was asked to pay $50. So that $50 was to get his stationaries, and he was also asked to get a pack of clinics, a pack of clinics like the boxed tissues. And then in some other schools that my friends' kids attend, they didn't ask them to pay $50 for stationaries. They actually asked the parents to get the stationaries. So that's the max. That's the max. Then one of a few other times they might ask for fundraising, just to support some families and stuff like that. And then by the time hopefully that the kids will get into a higher institution that they need to go to the university or to go to college, hopefully by then most people would have their PR or have their citizenship, and then they can get the benefit of paying lesser school fees that Canadians, for you who have gotten your citizenship or like you who've gotten your PR, that they will pay. So education is really very nice here in Canada. Okay, so finally we'll talk about jobs. Okay, so yes, I know you do ask me lots of questions about jobs, saying, are there jobs in Canada? There are jobs in Canada, okay? Have that in mind when you are coming. There are jobs, but I want you to have it at the back of your mind that when you're coming, you might not start in that strategic managerial position that you were in your country before coming here. You might not get that dream job at a go. It might take time for you to build into it. I think it was last month. Yeah. Last month, I ran into someone actually schooled together, and that's back home in Nigeria. But I think I graduated like 2 years before him, and he studied medicine. And I actually didn't know he was from my school until we started gisting because we met in the bus. He is a medical doctor, but currently now in Canada, he's working as a care support worker. So he's working as a care support worker with a minimum salary of $17 per hour. But he told me he works up to 10, 12 hours per day, and he works 6 days in a week, and his family is here already. And his wife just gave birth to their fourth baby, and they arrived sometime last year, and since then. So when he came, he was looking for a medical job. He couldn't get it. He found out that he needed to do some professional exams, and it's quite expensive. Finally, he was able to write that professional exam, but upon writing it, he didn't do well. You need to get a particular grade. He didn't do that, so he decided to settle down for this caregiving job. So what is my point? My point is, you might not get that dream job, but you need to start from somewhere. So in as much as this guy is doing this social worker job, going to elderly homes, working for them, taking care of them 12 hours in a day, he's saving up. He's also writing his exams because one day, of course, he's going to pass his exam. What is that? Olodo Rabata. So definitely one day he's going to pass his exams. He's not Olodo, he's not Itibolibo, right? He's not, what they call it in Nigeria, he's not Otondo. Of course, definitely he's going to pass his exams someday. So someday when he passes his exams and also he has saved enough money, then he can stop this job and then switch over properly to the medical field. So Likewise to other job types as well. When you come into Canada, you just need to get a little decent type of job that you can manage, something you can use so that you can be able to pay your bills, you can use to put food on the table without dipping hands into the little savings that you came with. Otherwise, within a couple of months, that savings that you go to will finish. Yes, because here, lot of bills, tax, anything you buy, taxes everywhere. So have that at the back of your mind as some of the things you should know when you are coming to Canada. Actually, did not want this video to be very brief. It's actually getting dark. So I'm just going to stop the video right now. So if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up sign, like and share this video as well. Let me know your thoughts. I like communicating with you guys. Let me know what you guys think about everything that I've said. And if you are in Canada watching this video, I want you to attest to what I've said, if it is true or if it is false. If it is false, can you please correct us in the comment section? And if it tallies with your own experience here in Canada, also please drop it in the comment section so that the world will see, and they can, when they're coming to Canada, they can be prepared. And for you who is trying to come to Canada as well, please take note, put your ears ground, shine your eyes so that you can get prepared and come to Canada, and don't make mistakes or come and start crying and regret or stories that touches the heart. You actually need to come prepared. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take good care and bye.
But if I lay down